Stop being so moral and ethical. Let me elaborate and explain myself a bit further. When I say stop being so moral and ethical, I mean, what I'm getting at is stop being such a goody two shoes. Stop coming with such hall monitor energy. You're not going to get brownie points for doing good things or being a good person, however that's viewed or framed, right? Doing good things because they're inherently good only gets you so far in this life. And I think you don't have to be old or at a certain age to realize this or come to this epiphany. If you've experienced life even a little bit, you'll realize that that's true. I think in America, with the current predicament we're in and how things are arranged, I think a lot of people are breaking out of that spell, including myself. And I think we're realizing that we have to approach and move differently and move accordingly, according to the sort of new paradigm we're in. And yes, there's a place for charity and volunteering and being altruistic, but don't do it so much to the point where you're overextended or you don't have enough leverage or you just straight up end up being exploited, right? When I say stop being so moral and ethical, I think this comes from me realizing that me liking to read all this philosophy, and I love reading philosophy, I'm not ashamed of it, I don't feel bad for it inherently, but I realize one of the downfalls or one of these traps, shortcomings that you get caught up in when you read too much philosophy is that you get trapped within the constructs of this world, this realm that never actually comes to fruition. It never actually actualizes itself. It doesn't exist in real life. It only exists in books and on pages written with words written by men from centuries ago. Wise ones, but ones who probably lived in a radically different world and ones who probably never fully thought out to the extent ideas and the concepts and the postulates that they were coming up with. Anyways, stop being so moral and ethical. Go after what you want, take what you want, and be unapologetic about it. Take shortcuts if you have to. The whole you gotta work harder meme, that only applies in certain circumstances and within a certain context. And I don't think for many of us, we will thrive or can benefit from just having this straightforward tunnel vision approach where we just block out any and all other external factors and really solely think that hard work solely by itself is just going to get us to where we want to be in life, right? Regardless of whether our goals are simple or big or small or large, whatever it may be. I'm not saying, and when I say don't be moral and ethical, I'm not saying literally go commit crimes. I'm not saying violate people's sovereignty and rights and invade their personal